Hello, it's Jeremiah with Affordable Mobility Solutions, and today I'm shooting a video of our 2003 Dodge half-ton van. We took this van on trade yesterday. This is a bubble top. It's a wheelchair accessible mobility van. So I'm going to get right to the conversion. This has got the manual doors, so these open manually. Very little to go wrong. Very easy to do. To operate the ramp, you have to make sure that wires pulled tight there. We have our control here. You can see this ramp, this lift has been cycled 1,339 times. That is not many. So I've got the control here. Brings the ramp down. Let finger off. Cycle it again. Takes the ramp all the way to the ground. The ramp seems to function. The functionality seems to be good on it. I'm going to show you one thing when we put it back up, but you can see folds down just like it should there. It's what we want. Hanging the control right back up here. Load our wheelchair on. While I've got it down, I'll check out the interior for you. Has an easy lock right there to snap right in. Got the radio controls in the back. The seat in back, I believe that folds into a bed. We took this van on trade. It's actually pretty clean. We just kind of gave it a quick wash and a quick vac. I did not fully detail it. This is a van that's not in our price point to make perfect. We basically just took it on trade. We're going to sell it as is. But my goal with this video is for you to know exactly what as is means. Meaning I'm not trying to hide anything from you. I'm going to tell you everything I know about the van. Easy lock release right there. We haven't tested the easy lock. I have not tested the TV. I have not tested the radio back there. To my knowledge, they all should work. But we're taking this van in. It's a quick in, quick out. My mechanics, we have our service package here. We checked all the fluids. We know the primary things wrong with the van. I'm going to explain those to you. And got the tie down points for the wheelchair if you don't use the easy lock. Wonder where the ones up front are. Huh. Are you telling me there's no easy locks for up front? I don't see any. Okay, we might be able to install some tie downs there for a little bit of labor. But again, we're selling this van as is. Anything else you want us to do to it, we'd be happy to do it at a fair price. So, got your wheelchair on, you're ready to go up. Grab the remote here. If I recall correctly, this ramp is 30 inches wide. The opening to come in is 48 inches. Of course, inside there's pretty much unlimited room. So, it's here, cycle it again up. This part, as far as I've seen, has worked fine every time we've ran it. Now, the design for these is supposed to be when it gets to here, it stops, and I hit it again, and it folds in half. That's not working. I think it's something internally inside the lift that can be bypassed. For example, if you wanted to load children in and out of here for soccer practice without having to put the lift all the way down, it's as simple as opening the pin here, this, and we can actually manually fold it in here. And it's very easy to do. And then when it's time to lock it back up, I get it back there. And sorry, I'm doing all this one-handed, so I can't, the functionality isn't all there, but that's how it works. So you can actually access it that way. But that's all something that's going to have to be done manually. We're not getting involved in, stay boy. We're not getting involved in doing repairs on this van. You can see the paint is fair. There's some paint fading across the top here. A little more along the windows. But as I step back, it's got some, I don't know what happened here. You know, it's a used vehicle. I can't always say what people have done to a used vehicle, but I can be honest and show it to you. And that's what I'm doing. So as I step back, you know, the van from back here doesn't look horrible. It looks like a nice van. Just got a few blemishes. It's now 16 years old. Nice chrome wheels. Tires are fair at best. They're going to need replaced fairly soon. Got a little bit of weather cracking on them. So I hope you see in this video that I'm trying to be honest and fair as I possibly can. If this van was in perfect condition with perfect paint and everything inside worked perfectly, this would be a $10,000 van. And I'm selling it for about a third of that. So this is a true example of what you get is what you pay for. But the van runs and drives really nice. We'll get it out on the highway, and I want you to see it came on a trade from Oklahoma City, so it drove about 200 miles to get here. No issues. And the family upgraded on a newer van. See that Oklahoma tag on there? Got the tow package. You can tow a small boat, small trailer with this van. Got plenty of room for storage in back here. So it's a pretty sharp van, you know, and its time it was a premier full-size van. So some paint fading, some paint coming off, some paint, I don't know what the heck happened to it. Carpets are pretty clean. The family was non-smokers, so no odors of smoke, no odors of any animals inside the van, nothing crazy like that. The interior is actually in pretty good shape for the age. The van has a key fob with keyless entry, so that's nice to have. Some more smearing on this paint over here. So it's certainly not going to win any shows. But I think what it will do is make an affordable van to get a family around. When I go to start the van, all the dummy lights work, check engine, ABS, airbag. When I turn the van on, all those lights go out. So no dummy lights on. The brake light is on because I have the emergency brake set. Current miles 107,082, so very low miles for an 03. Let's climb underneath so you can listen to it run. Underneath the hood, everything, it idles smooth. The former owner told me he had a new water pump put in it recently. I can show you from underneath. Everything looks good. Got a AAA battery. I've tested the heat and air. They both work. Underneath the van, relatively rust-free, like I said. I mean, some surface rust, but you gotta remember it's a 16-year-old van. I don't know if you can see the water pump. See that silver water pump up in there? It's, you know, looks a little newer than the rest of the engine compartment up there. One thing I did want to show you is the van does leak some oil. You see that silicone someone put on there? If one of my guys did that, I'd fire him on the spot. So it looks like someone tried to seal an oil leak there. It looks like an oil pan gasket leak. And the transmission's leaking a little bit too. You know, it's been sitting here. We've had this here for picture for 15 minutes. There's no oil on the ground. It will leave, you know, about a dime spot of oil right now when we leave it in our warehouse. This is not as simple as just fixing a gasket. See these cross members here? This cannot be dropped. You have to lift the whole engine out to change these silly gaskets. So, although the gaskets are just a few dollars, you know, probably less, I'm sure less than $100 in gaskets, probably about $50 in gaskets. Problem is all the labor that goes into it. So the functionality of the lift is not perfect, but it works. The paint is not perfect, but it works. You're gonna have to put some oil, you're gonna have to check the oil and transmission fluid, you know, whether it be twice a month or once a month right now, and you're gonna have to keep fluid in the van. To do those repairs, I'm gonna estimate it's probably gonna be a couple $1,000s in labor, you know, depending on where you take it. So I'm being honest with you. I'm not trying to pull a fast one and saying, oh, it just needs an oil pan gasket, that's $100 to fix. I'm being honest, it needs a lot of labor on that. It doesn't stop the van from driving. You just got to keep oil and transmission fluid in it. So that's those reasons I've been very upfront and honest about. That's why we're selling the van for the price we're selling it out. But let's get it on the highway. It runs great. Let's check it out. Before we get on the highway, this van has a power seat. It works up and down, power windows. That mirror over there has a little crack in the upper left-hand corner. The sun's right in our eyes, but trust me, it has a little crack over there. Power mirrors. They seem to work just fine. So, you know, pretty much everything on the van works. It just needs a little TLC. Let's get her on the highway. Okay, the last portion of the video. I always like to get the vans on the highway. I've driven this van already on the highway, but I want to show you. Like I said, it came from about 200 miles away, so I know it's reliable. But please keep in mind you're buying a used vehicle. A little bit of traffic got the van up to 65 miles an hour. You can see the steering wheel's not jumping back and forth. It tracks fairly straight down the road. And what I'll do is I'll take the next exit. I'll give the van a hard brake at the bottom of the exit to show you if there's any brake noise or vibration, you know, any front end work needing done. And please keep in mind we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. I hope you see through this video that I'm trying to be honest and possible as I can about this van. I'm not trying to sell you a perfect van because this van's not perfect. If you want perfect, I have a brand new 2018 for $40,000. If you want a nice van that seems to run and drive real good and you know, looks decent, still in pretty good condition, well, here you go. Give it a hard brake. You know, I don't hear any brakes grinding. I don't hear them squeaking. The steering wheel wasn't bouncing back and forth like the front end was about to fall apart. So overall, I think it's a very functional van for someone needing an affordable mobility van. And please check us out 24 hours a day at www.mobility316.com. If you're ever going to come in to see one of our vans, please always call me and schedule an appointment. Sometimes I'm out doing something like this. I know your time is valuable. I don't want to miss you, so please, please, please make an appointment. 316-262-8267. That's 316-262-VANS. Ask for Jeremiah. That is me. I'd be more than happy to show you this van. I am the owner. I'm not a salesman. I mean, I guess in theory I'm a salesman. But these vans and these prices, they sell themselves. We're very low pressure. So thank you so much for checking out our van. If I can answer any questions for you. As you can see, the temperature gauge right there below the middle. We're not overheating or anything. It's exactly what we want. So I've been very honest as I possibly can about this van. So thank you so much for checking out our 03 Dodge half-ton van, and thank you for checking out Affordable Mobility Solutions, where mobility is affordable. Have a great day.